Hello world and welcome to episode 1 of our Hawaii and French Polynesia trip. The start was not what we had planned, but it is one that we will never forget.
Hi, I'm Doug, this is Leah, and we are Go Travel Life. Alright, so we arrived in Honolulu today, and the minute we landed and people turned their phones on, literally everybody in the plane's phone got the same warning of a tsunami. So it took us about an hour to get downtown. We are in Waikiki, and literally every store, almost every store is closed. We thought we could, pick up some food, go back to the room. We're on the 14th floor. The bad news is the ocean is right there. So we're about a block away from the ocean. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen at this point. They said could it be anywhere between 1 and 3 foot waves, maybe 10-foot waves. So literally the whole town is kind of chaos right now. Everybody is either standing in line waiting to get food at one of the restaurants that is open and doing takeout. All the convenience stores are closed. All the Targets, all the grocery stores are closed. Virtually anybody that sells anything that you would want to take back to the room are all closed. There's people just walking around trying to figure out what we're going to do. So we're back in the room. We were not able to get any food. We filled the bathtub with water, as the hotel clerk told us to do. We filled all the pots and pans with water, so we have water if the power goes out. But yeah, it's kind of exciting times for our Hawaiian vacation. We'll check back later. Well, the sirens are going off again. Weather alert on our phone. The governor's been on the TV. There are some other land masses that are fairly close that are probably getting the wave right now, so they're going to try and pass on the folks in Hawaii how big that wave is. We should know pretty soon. It's now 6:41. Next update, it's about 7:08. 7:10 is when the first wave should hit, between 7:10 and 7:17 for this island. We're on Oahu right now. We are considered vertically evacuated. This isn't an evacuation zone, but we're on the 14th floor, so they said as long as you're 4 floors or above, you should be okay. We still have power. There's going to be probably several waves. They assume the first one's going to be the smallest, and then they could grow from there. The latest development is everybody in Waikiki is out on their balcony. So, and now everybody's hooting and hollering and shining their lights on their phones.
Maybe
so
zoom in on the crazy people standing on the beach.
Yeah, I did that already. And yeah, so it's now 7:25. Looks like the tide is about where it was before, but these people are still there. Yeah, but I guess it's going to come in several waves, they say, for the next few hours. But the tourists are getting restless. But everybody so far who is vertically evacuated like us is having fun. Right, well, it's almost 8:30, and the governor just came on and they said they're not seeing any sizable activity yet, but they're still want everybody to stay cautious, and we're not going to even think about an all clear for another 2 or 3 hours. So we've been up for a long time. We're going to go ahead and go to bed.
Hi, everybody. I think that was probably one of the most eventful travel days
Yes,
that we've had. But it didn't start out that way. We actually arrived to the Phoenix airport, and there is a new Chase Sapphire lounge there. I think it's open within maybe the last year.
Yeah.
And we've been wanting to try that out. So what we'll rotate here on the side is some of the dishes that we had. It was actually pretty creative for a lounge. It's pretty small, but I will say that it's a definite step up from the Escape Lounge at Phoenix, and probably more on par with Centurion, but I did think that the food choices were a little bit more creative. Service was great. And if you make a reservation on the Chase app, then they let you right in. So there was a whole line of people waiting who hadn't done that. So tip.
So make a reservation.
Make a reservation.
We walked right
for
in.
the time you want to go, and then you can walk right in. We did fly American this time, and because it was over a 6-hour flight, we used some points to upgrades to business class. And it ended up being, the flight couldn't honestly have gone any better. We pre-ordered meals. I had a really nice piece of salmon. We got some pictures rolling of that as well. But service was great, and we actually arrived a little bit early. But then all the chaos happened.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Now, the good news is when we woke up this morning, everything was pretty much back to normal. The there's people hustling and bustling out. The water, there was some damage on the other side of the island. I think the waves got up to, they said, about 6 foot at one point, but very little damage. I mean, the news was back to normal. Just talking to, trying to find a little bit of.
You may be able to see some of the it's still really windy today. There's still a lot of waves. There's a riptide warning that just went off a couple of hours ago. So they're trying to get people to stay out of the water. But of course, over here near Waikiki, that's not happening. Yeah. So there's a ton of surf riders, and I mean, it's busy over there right now. We walked over there.
One other interesting fact we found out last night was, we plan to board the Oceania regatta here in a couple of days. Well, the ship was in Hawaii, or is in Hawaii, and it was at the big island of Kona, and they had to tender, there was an excursion, and because of the tsunami, boats are much safer if they're away from the shore, so they had to get the boat, a half mile to a mile away from the shore. Well, the timing was that they told people what the all-aboard time was, but this was 90 minutes before the all-aboard, so they left some people behind it. We heard it was 8 people. I'm not,
and they redirected them to, I think it was a high school where they were safe. I mean, they made sure they had some place to go, but I think the Coast Guard basically said, time to go, get away from shore, which if you saw some of his videos, there were a lot of sailboats in the distance. They were all moving out.
They all just went out, and they said that there was a good chance they wouldn't, even if the waves got up to, 6 feet, which they didn't on this side of the island, but they said that, they probably wouldn't even notice the change in the water. So
we've been, through fires in the RV, earthquake at the zoo, tornadoes. Oh my gosh, dodging tornadoes every time we're in the RV. So I guess we were due to experience.
So we can now check a tsunami off our list. So anyway, we're going to be here for a couple more days, and we're going to do some more filming. So
fun stuff here in Waikiki.
Yep. So that will be coming up next.
Good morning from Waikiki Beach. We have been roaming this morning. There is a fireman and policeman circle contest just down the beach, but we've been out walking. Waikiki is 2 miles long?
Yeah, 2 miles long, and it's 9 different beaches. So it's pretty cool. We love the area.
Just a block off the main shopping district, where International Market is just on the other side of the road, where get your new Rolex if you need it. Yeah, it's a great area, great vibe, tons of people. The whole beach in Hawaii beaches are all public property, so except for the little hotel areas, you can be anywhere on this whole stretch you want to be. And that is a wrap on Waikiki for us. I know it's a pretty short period of time. We did lose a little bit of a day because of the chaos at the beginning, but we have been here before, so I wanted to make sure that we mentioned if you have time, a little more time than we did, to go to Pearl Harbor. That is definitely a place you should go. We've been there before. Block 4 to 5 hours to go. Make sure you buy your tickets in advance for that one.
We had also planned on hiking up Diamond Head, but the weather is nice and sunny. It's also very hot and humid, so we decided to save our hiking for French Polynesia
And yeah,
and maybe some
spend
other
time on the
Hawaiian
beach.
stops, because we have 3 more Hawaiian stops before.
And if you really enjoy watching the surfers like we do, I mean, we get up super early and go out and watch them. One of the best spots on the beach is Bonsai, which is on the north side of the island. I know they had a lot more water from the tsunami, and with the red flag warnings, it might not have been, as busy, but today would have been a good day to go over there. So
Yeah. And if you found this video at all helpful, please like and subscribe. It sure helps our channel. And we'll continue making videos starting tomorrow once we get on the
on the ship.
on the ship.
Yep. Thank you.